not be fooled by your emotions. Your emotions are temporary and very fleeting. You do not need to jump on every boat, and boat I mean emotion, that goes by. You can just observe these emotions and understand you're feeling them, but you don't need to cling to them and ride them down the waterfall. You can just observe them, realize this is what you're feeling right now, but the identity you have and you want to portray and achieve does not act on emotions like this. They wait for them to pass. They wait for themselves to have a clear head, clear thoughts, and then they make decisions. You do not want to be making temporary or making permanent decisions off of temporary emotions. This is a recipe for disaster and stuff that you cannot take back. You cannot go back into the past and change things that have happened. And it's very unfortunate when you make a decision that you have to live with the rest of your life off an emotion that you only felt for a couple minutes. It's all part of the human experience to make mistakes. No one's perfect, and you have to reflect on these and not dwell on them, but understand that when you make wrong decisions and you act on temporary emotions, there's consequences, and you should do your best not to act on these and wait for a better moment, a moment where your head's more cleared and you're seeing the situation better to act, not when all your emotions are up and you just act on the first thing without thinking of the consequences of these actions. You do not want to be a slave to your emotions. You do not want to just react to the world. You want to have your identity and act upon that. A lot of people act with AFI, which is action, feeling, identity. So you act, or you have feeling, action, identity, FAI, yeah. You have a feeling, and then you act on that feeling, and then that's your identity. This is what a lot of people do, and doing this, you're never going to become the person you want to become, because you're not always going to feel like doing the right thing or doing the thing that's going to get you to your ideal identity. But if instead you act off of identity, so this is what I want to become, this is the person I want to be, and then you act on that, and then you see how you feel. You don't worry about the feelings until after the fact, till after you've acted on the identity you want to be. A lot of people nowadays, I believe, just act off feelings, and they don't do things because they don't want to do it. Even though they want to have this certain identity or become this certain person, they don't have the discipline or the self-control to understand that when they're not feeling like it, when they're not motivated, they're going to still have to make these choices and these decisions, or they'll never become the person they want to become. They'll never fully unlock their potential. There'll always be a little gap between them and who they could be. They'll listen to their lower self more than their higher self, and this is never good if you're a person of high morals and you are striving to unlock your potential and become the best version of yourself. Because no matter who you are, you're not always going to feel like doing things. You're not always going to be in the best headspace. You're not always going to be motivated. There's going to be days where you want to quit. But you have to understand that these are just temporary emotions. These are just feelings. And you don't need to act upon them. You can act on your identity, the person you want to become, and then once these emotions pass, you'll be thankful that you put in the hard work and you didn't just act on this temporary emotion and either waste your day, waste your week, waste your month, waste your year acting on these temporary emotions that are just going to pass, and then you're just going to be left with you, yourself, the identity from acting upon feelings, not acting with values in mind and the person you want to be in mind. So I hope y'all take that to heart. I try to practice IAF, identity, action, feeling, not FAI, feelings, action, identity. And this has helped me a lot recently in life, just trying to act more in accordance with the person I want to become, and just realizing that I'm not always going to feel like doing the things that I know are right and I know that I have to do to unlock my potential. But if I can push through those temporary emotions and act on the identity I want and not the feeling I have in the moment, then I'll get closer to the person I want to become. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.